Welcome back, folks. We've returned to work out if this is the end or the beginning of a recovery here in this grand final for the SEA qualifiers at ESL One Katowice. That's right. TNC are one game away from qualifying, and Lotac, they need to strike back, and they need to strike back hard.
They need to strike back twice. And I've said before during the previous games as well that they're lacking that tempo right now. They are not moving fast enough. If they have an advantage, they don't press it. If they don't have an advantage, they don't fight their way out of it before it is irrevocably too late. So I hope that with everything being on the brink right now, they are going to push themselves to the limit and take those risks instead of just sitting there and waiting for TNC to smash their faces in.
I think I heard a hero that is kind of pushing the limit. It sounded like the kind of hero that gives you that early pressure, if I'm not mistaken, because we're already on the way with the draft, and Lotac, they're the ones to pick it up. The Beastmaster is selected by them. Now, Lotac did open the Grimstroke, and it looks like TNC, they took the Sand King away, because that is a decently popular combo with the Grimstroke.
Yes. And also, I think Ned had a very decent performance on that hero the previous match that he got it. So it's a good block, as well as that it does seem to be a high priority hero in the moment that the Lich is not there. Only interesting point to notice is that the Brewmaster is available and neither team has opted to take it.
You know, I found the Lion interesting. Look at him. How often do you see him right now? Other than when the Morphling's been picked.
I think TNC played him before.
So
I wasn't that much surprised by it. Yeah, in one of the games that they
that was
lost
it,
against
yeah.
Detonator, yes.
Yeah, that was the yesterday. Well, that's why I didn't remember.
Like,
that was the Drow Luna game.
That is the yeah. I want to say that's one of the because there is no Lich right now. What do you do? Well, Winter Wyvern or Lion apparently.
Lion, of course, with a new finger can start to snowball and become lethal to anyone as the game goes on. And it does give you a lot of lockdown. I've seen actually quite a few lines at the moment. They don't even bother with mana drain very long. Just there's too much disengage with these type of offlaners that you have to face.
Yeah. It's also, especially if you're fighting up against one of those tanky dual lanes, it doesn't really matter if you're draining your mana or not. Sure, I guess that means they're not going to kill you, but you can't get him out of lane anyway.
Well, they've been trying to make him come back with the changes to hexes, and then it just reverted. So now it's like you can dispel them. And then on top of that, with the changes they made around his finger, because I think the biggest issue this hero had is when they made the changes for clarity to not be cancelled by, for example, creeps, and then mangoes being introduced. Suddenly, his biggest advantage being the mana drain was kind of irrelevant. Like any hero could do this.
Yes, and I think that in many situations the Lion as a support just loses out to Shadow Shaman, because Shadow Shaman can push towers, and that is a way bigger advantage than just a big
Phantom Assassin.
Phantom Assassin. Alright, is this where Lotac, because I feel like Lotac were prepping with the Anti-Mage and the Morphling bands for a Terrorblade pick. Do they still do that? Or is this the maybe never mind.
There's a lot of pressure on you right now. I think it's one of the big issues. That's my concern. Is like I'm looking at Lotac. You know, you are behind. This could put you out. TNC could just go through on this, and if you just go into Terrorblade, it feels like you're kind of leaning back and going, all right, we'll survive the onslaught of TNC, who have proven themselves formidable. Like if they come out of the lanes ahead, Lotac are running around like heads of chicken. Lotac's biggest advantage is how good they perform on the lanes so far.
Yes, definitely. I think we saw in game 2 that if they do not get the lanes in their favor, they have no real way of getting into the game. So it doesn't mean that they themselves realize that, though.
Yeah, that's the big crux. You know, it's all good me sitting here saying this. You know, Lotac, you could have hired her as the coach. Or apparently I saw this as well.
At the
so
start of the year, you know, I was like, oh, Raven, Ohio.
I'm just sitting. I was like, well, I saw it as well. You know, you can take me. I can say one or two logical things, and well, there's that Shadow Shaman we were talking about that is better in most ways than a Lion.
Yes, and they could still run this core as well. Although I would expect this to be an Ohio Beastmaster and not a Shadow Shaman. But yeah, this is a lot of lockdown for that PA. Doski. Alright, we've got confirmed offlane Sand King here. Sand King Tusk combo. Very lethal. very hard as a carry to deal with, so they're going to be in trouble on the laning stage no matter what. Phantom Assassin, maybe mid, maybe side lane supported by a Lion.
And it's important to look at what TNC's done here. So Lotac, they identified the P8 threat and they got, all right, we're going to match your timing. We're going to bid lower. We've got this early push with the wards, with the Beastmaster. And then TNC's gone, all right, we'll go even lower. And this is, this was the worry. Lotac, they know they can't bid lower. They have to look later. And Spectre, a lot of Agi heroes have had the online timing amped. But Spectre has been one of the least impacted ones from what I've been witnessing in a lot of games.
Hey, if the Spectre gets off somehow, then yeah, Phantom Assassin is going to kill her entire team. Just by hitting that Spectre. But you're talking 50 minutes here. 55. And I doubt they get there. They don't have the last pick either. I am always worried. I see drafts as... we talked about this in Dream League before. I see drafts as if you have first pick, then you make the initial bid. And then the second pick team goes higher or lower on the last pick. But this is a very, very long game being offered by Lotac here. There's no way TNC are going to go over. And it's in fact a hell of a lot of reason to just bid way lower with a way shorter game. And they already have a Sand King offlane, which is he doesn't scale at all. So a very enabling offlaner in the first place.
And this is the thing, they're trying to compensate with that final pick. But like my biggest concern right now is looking at the Spectre. Like Grimstroke's not the most terrible hero to combo over.
No.
You could put the Shaman. It has to be the Grimstroke though. The Shaman's just sitting there shackling. They're going to return more damage regardless, because it's going to be Tusk plus probably Sand King here.
Yes. Well, like it's Radiant. You could technically dodge lane with the Spectre a little bit easier than you could on the Dire, but like even on the other lane, the Spectre is going to have a PA interface, and you're just going to get dired all the time.
And this isn't the easiest pot game either. Like, you pick that into a line existing, so you can just instacast the Hex. If you get caught from the 3 lines at all, you're screwed. And they've invested heavily in this puck pick, because this has to come through for you in the mid game. It's not just about these pushes. They need to be enabled by setups with dream calls and good positioning from puck.
Yeah, one of the problems with Lion is not just that he has an insta-disable, but even that you can dodge 1 disable. You cannot dodge 2.
And you're another squishy hero for him to just choose the finger, and good value found.
Yes. I see a lot of nice finger targets here for the line. He is not upset about this at all.
So, final pick for TNC. They need something to match up against this puck.
I do want something that can hit a tower here. Their last game was smooth, but they also had to sit back a little bit and wait until their heroes were properly farmed up, and then they could go.
DK?
And the Terrorblade was amazing. I'm talking about the first game now.
Oh,
the first game.
For now. Yeah.
No, because previous game with the TB and the Pugna, you could see how fast they were moving. Towers just went down like... Double Assassin!
Uh-oh!
I think they heard us flame the Double Assassin. And they're like, you know what? Kill a pigeon. Kips. You guys...
I'm pretty sure we've seen this. Like, even you could win. You theoretically could win.
Yeah, but you can totally snowball out of control on both of these, and then you just mop everything up.
But you made your life a little bit rough. Like, you are gonna. I think it's mainly you're gonna get away with this because of the puck pick. Like puck versus TA.
Yes.
Templar Assassin. How the hell do you get through those refraction charges?
Never.
And then 6 happens, and puck is screwed by dots, and traps now do damage over time.
I mean, I could see Net making good rotation on mid, because they swap that one up there as well. Yeah, it is OI on a Beastmaster, so I could see a Net rotation, maybe netting them kills on Armel. The most important part for me about the double assassin lineup is that they fundamentally do the same. They fundamentally want to farm the same spots. They fundamentally have like comparable timings. What this is about is that if Armel can snowball off of hero kills, Blink Dagger into Deso, and just keep going from there, then I think he can find enough space on the map or make enough space on the map that he can farm enemy ancients and leave the PA her own space. But if not, we're gonna have the same conflict again that we've seen twice before. Both those assassins farm in the jungle instead of assassinating anyone.
And ironically, we have the perfect snowball to help with that. With Tusk pick could enable. It's going to be hard to find kills under both the Puck and the Spectre, but everything else is pretty game here. With the Ice Shards, the blockouts, and the tag team just amplifying so much damage that's already there. PA or TA, take your pick, because there's a potential to find pickoffs. But those are drafts. Everything ready to begin here between Lotac and TNC. Lotac on the ropes. TNC going to see if they can go for the knockout punch. Or Lotac is just going to dodge out to the side, slap him down. Let's get started with this and find out. Like the tip's already coming out.
Birthday. Is it Ninja Boogie's birthday?
I don't know. He's getting himself a new skin. just like puts the shards in his pocket. Get yourself the new Tusk skin. Before Ninja Boogie goes, I'm not the Tusk player. What are you talking about? The team's already got it anyway.
I was starting this off in the same tri-lane-ish composition, but not aggressive this time. And Lotac making the same aggressive rotation as before. They could reasonably kill with this, but there is no Lich sitting behind the tower this time.
No, this time it's a Lion and a Tusk, and that is going to turn around with a bite. Especially like level 1, 2, these combos with the tag team, and if you go Phantom Strike, that's a lot of damage. Very quickly. See what they're going to try and do here. Lotac, they're going to back off the runes, and actually Raven, he goes and snatches his opponent's rune as he knows the Rio is going to get it regardless.
Armel was going off to block.
So? Ends up being
this is where if you're Armel, you call the bluff and you stop blocking.
Let's see what's going to happen.
It is too risky.
Yeah, like you wait to this point, and this is when you can start to see him, and then it's close enough, you can actually see he can just break away. It's a very risky play that Juan's trying to make there as well, because if that just backfires, you are on the deciding game for you on whether you're still in this or not.
Yes. And TNC can afford to, well, let loose a little bit, but
it's looking a little bit rough. Well, we force use the south pretty quickly for Armel at this rate, and this is the thing. Most Templar Assassins do this at the side blades. I've seen one or two mid players that get Refraction level 1 to ensure that they don't get pushed back at all, and they definitely secure that first wave without any contest. Beastmaster in trouble with the top lane. Tag team coming into effect. I'll find the kill. 3 on 1. Plus 25 damage to each attack. Beastmaster is a little bit bruised.
Yep, Tim's getting exactly the start for this lane that he wants. And I imagine that he's going to TP out as soon as he feels it's properly secured. It's a very old school in a way, where we would really see two supports sticking to a lane until it was all the way good.
That's the thing. Getting the PA off to a good start is paramount here because you want to amplify her. You know the Spectre's not going to be able to match her anytime soon. So you try and exploit that. And now tag team again, Ohio. Going to move on to him. Gabby doing a lot of damage as well, but Gabby taking a lot of damage. He's going to stand his ground. Needs to be careful about the axes coming out in 1 second, but there is the ice spike through. Ohio will be going down. As they get another kill, this should be the point in which they think about just transitioning the lanes.
Yeah, Gabby, they tried to give Gabby the last hit there, but he had so little damage.
Yeah, you need to be careful as well. The axes were going to hurt. Meanwhile, Rio just trying to pull through the creep waves. Will be successful. And this is the thing, Sand King is that hero you can leave alone with the new Sandstorm.
So he's having a grand old time there, although Ned is going to try to
do whatever he can, which is not too much here.
I'm surprised that Rio is hitting it more, actually. This is a double wave. You can just...
Yeah, you just let it through now, and you've just committed the Sandstorm, so for 30 seconds you can't use it on the wave. At least you're up against a Spectre, which is a melee hero, though.
Well, I tried.
Yeah, double range creep. It's going to go just fine.
Ooh. Ninja Boogie. Yeah, you miss 100% shots you don't take. Might as well try for it. If they connect on that, then Inkswell won't matter because Grimstroke will be gone before it even activates. Tag team coming out. Ohio taking a lot of damage. Inkswell on him. He's going to stand his ground, but it's going to hurt. Snowball through. Stuns him up. Perfectly timed from Tim's.
Very nice.
Gabby gets the final touch that time.
You can see the Inkswell coming so well. It's always possible to dodge it.
They're also punishing the build that Ohio went, because she hasn't gone into the boards. She's gone for this Wild Axes build, and Gabby is just getting so many stick charges as a result. The irony of a Phantom Assassin charging up a stick or wand is not lost on me.
They are sacrificing one thing with this though, and that is pressure on the Spectre, because Raven is farming completely uncontested.
22-2, and he is top of CS right now.
Although Armel has caught up in the mid lane.
Yeah, that's the thing to look at here. Is the Templar Assassin should slowly just surpass and move beyond the Puck, because Puck's going to be forced to make these rotations. He has to make these plays while pushing out, whereas Armel will start farming Ancients, for example. Different means of getting gold. Tag team again, Ohio. They're on top of him. The Hex comes out. The Stroke of Fate won't really change this outcome as Ohio goes down, hides in the corner crying.
That is really not where you want to be as a Beastmaster.
This is genius from TNC, though, because Ohio has been the ones looking to struggle here. We talked about enabling someone who's having a bad time.
Yes.
And TNC, they've gone, all right, he's the weak point right now. Like, not usually, but in this scenario, he's just so pressured.
Yeah.
Oh, Yamate. Oh, that was the salve as well. He's going to turn around the Stroke of Fate. Tim's diving the tower. Needs to be careful and back away. And while that's happening, Puck gets caught in the mid lane. And now Grimshot, no! He goes down. Gabby jumps back in with a dagger.
They juked you.
They caught 2 big kills there. And especially that Puck one, this is not even level 6 on the Templar Assassin.
Yes, but Lotac is wobbly and TNC is feeling like they can just push anywhere and they'll fall over.
They're on top of the world right now. You can already see it 0-6. And, you know, kills aren't everything, but in this type of game, it matters a lot. Tim just needs to be a little bit careful here. He's been having so much fun, he's forgotten that Ninja Boogie's gone bot now. Trying to get the runes, stun through, Rior! Hex keeps him alive, Ninja Boogie! He's going to keep sanking in this. Can they move the shrine time? Yes, they can. Dagger through! No, it gets him! He's so close! Ninja Boogie still has to use the shrine, though.
So, I think that for Lotac, things are, I guess, still going as expected. And I don't like saying that because I think it's a very dangerous kind of strategy. But yeah, they're sacrificing 2 lanes right now because they want this Spectre to carry them in the end. And if your eggs are all in one basket, might as well do it right from the start. But it's an extremely dangerous choice. That lane is only going to be safe for him for a while before the pressure from the rest of the map starts spilling over. And you have nowhere to go anymore.
It's the awkward test of if double Assassin works versus does Spectre work in this match. It's like someone's going to have to lose this bet. I can tell you're not happy about either way that it lands.
I am pretty sure that double Assassin is not supposed to work.
Oh no, Obel got the rune in time. And Ninja Boogie has been waiting for Puck to come across this tree line. But Chuan has been very smart. He's identified the safe area. Like, a lot of mids have started to kind of hark on this. Is that this side is safe. And now the Hex coming out. The Shackles rotation line. Going to go down. But Armel with the haste still running on the net. Looking for the return kill. He should be able to find out while that happens in the top lane. They die for Ohio again.
For Ohio. Yeah, this PA is supposed to be more pressured than the Spectre. But instead, she's just making up with kills.
Oh, this is the thing. Tim's has reached at a very quick rate the important point, which is level 4. You get the 2 points in tag team. Now the snowball and the damage is going to add up straight away. Ohio doesn't matter about the Ether Shock. The Horn's being used. They're trying to get involved. The Shackles, Gabby. No, the Earthspike through will not change the outcome. They'll at least take Ohio with them as they lose 2. The first Haunt finds value. It's a double kill for Raven. Phantoms embrace slow through line. Does get slowed by the Stroke of Fate. They're going to move under the tower. Raven look for the dive. Spike connects onto 2.
3 seconds. He's just going to.
He needs sight. The ball slows him down. The dagger through. Raven doing everything to keep the side of Lotac in this game.
So you were talking about they need someone to make the moves.
Well,
it appears that Raven has decided that this game is indeed all on him, and he is going to be everywhere all the time.
The problem with that is Horn is a very big cooldown, and now you get to observe the important part, which is in this downtime, what did Lotac do? They need the Puck to get active soon. He does have the Dream Core now.
He does, but Armel has been beating him up.
There is a disparity here. About 800 goals difference between the two.
And inexperience as well.
John trying his best, and this matchup isn't one that people have seen for a long time, with Puck just falling out of favor completely. is starting to
But is it-
resurge.
This is not his way to come back in, I'm very sure. Top lane, they're going again on Yamate.
Armel tries to DD. Oh, he picks it up. He gets hexed. Now, John, he committed the coil. He has to get out because he already used the illusion orb to try and snatch the DD. And while that's happening in the top lane, as you said, Yamate, they continue. Ohio just being ignored by Gabby here. They did lose Tusk for it. But the more important kill in the mid lane as Puck, with the assistance of one of his supports, dies solo to this Templar Assassin.
Oh, this game is going from bad to worse for them, really. They had the glyph now, but that's the only thing they had going for them. Nets in the mid lane.
They need to make a plan. They
Armel,
know.
are you sure about this, Armel? He's coming back in. Your wave's dead.
Refraction, though, he just clears the wave pretty quickly. He's going to keep pressure here. He's going to force 2 heroes to be here at all times. And just casually hit the building.
And that means that 3 heroes get to be on bot lane now. You can see Raven hiding near his tower. The
Look.
PA has been secured.
Look at the rotation, though.
Net.
Net's been seen. Ninja Boogie moving across. Hex comes out. He'll back away. He's going to respect the Puck, who is close enough to respond.
This is not a ward that you want to have to place, though. It has no rune vision. All it does is make sure that you can see who is rotating on you. That's not the ward of a man who thinks that he is going to get to be on the aggressive anytime soon.
Don't think Armel needs rotations. Chiron is feeling the pressure already. They'll salve up. They need to get this kill. It's so crucial, but once again, this works both ways with this tree line. Everyone expects ganks this side. That's why Net was originally on the left side, where people aren't really used to this yet.
I mean, he only needs the shackles, but this range is so short.
It is. You're asking a lot of him right now. And instead, Puck says, okay, let's go elsewhere and make this happen. Gabby has been farming top.
Yeah,
We
it's
need to
about
slow
time for the runes. And I think that Gabby wisely backs off here.
Meanwhile, Armel just stacking up, getting himself a big chunk of ancient creeps. And we said this is where he'll start to just move forward to the Puck, especially. And, well, I say that. Let's be totally honest here. He's almost 2,000 gold ahead of the Puck before he takes this stack. Puck will at least disrupt it a little bit. But now moving in, Hex comes out. There's a Dream Core as well. The Hawk moving in, but no. Already lost Net. They're going to turn around to Gabby, trying to find the big one. Keeps him alive. Juan taking away just one time. Needs to move away. Snowball through. Raven does have the dagger trying to escape on the side, though. Puck goes down. Lose Your Orb just floats on by, but he's already dead. Timms will be left behind. He says, I'll take that trade, though.
He tried to lock them out, or at least one of them out, with the shards, but it is a very hard one to hit. Fortunately, he missed both of them and he pays with his life.
And the Armel show continues on.
It could have been way, way worse for TNC. There's just no damage on Raven right now.
And they had to forget they kept their wands. All right, that's the important part. Both Armel and Gabby went, all right, if you can't nuke me down initially, I'm just going to
Sure,
press
I'm gonna be
one
fine.
button,
Yes.
and then I'm going to put out the deeps.
No triple kill shenanigans this time.
Oh, no.
And the one we haven't talked about at all is Rior. You know what he's going first?
He's going for that big fat... Is he going? No, he's going boots of travel.
He's going boots of
He
travel.
doesn't even want to go for the Vanguard first. He's like, all right, next time they make these dives, I'm going to be there.
This
Wherever.
man has a job. He's going to keep people off towers and he's going to be ready to counter-initiate anytime.
He's been left to his own devices, actually. Raven's in the jungle now. He did pick up his Yasha. Meanwhile, on the top, Ohio's been found. The trap slow him down. He's got the primal roar, throws out with the Hex. Gabby in a little bit of trouble. Soul bind across. Armel, though, the shackles onto 2. The combo's out, and Gabby's going to go down. Armel stands ground, silenced up. He can't get the refraction up. And he's taking way too much damage. Ohio living life on the edge. They'll find the TS while Ferry firing up. It won't make a difference. 2 very big kills as both assassins on the side of TNC4.
And this is one of the problems with the combination. You have no disables. One of them gets caught, both of them get caught. In this case, you know, with the Grimstroke, it's extra bad. Even if one of them had a stun, they couldn't cancel. But yeah, you're letting your supports catch up on lanes right now, but that's both of them at the same time. I don't think that's how it works.
And that was well identified by Lotac. They immediately saw that, and they made that jump without hesitation. They needed that play as well, because TNC was just starting to slide away with this lead.
Wards on the top tower. That is 3 TPs coming in.
They are wanting to defend this. Raven is reluctant to hang around too much. Rio just trying to get rid of the creep wave with the Sandstorm. Town might not. He's going to need to deny Ninja. He has got the DD. So they'll get the deny, and they'll even farm up the wards afterwards.
That's not too bad at all. But it is a bit of a waste of Armel's TP at the very least, because they're not fighting here.
Dude, Tim's just trying to keep the mid lane pushed out a little bit as well. He's maxed out the tag team. If you actually touch us, John here, That's like 2/3 of the HP of Puck gone instantly with a Walrus Punch.
And Gabby's doing his blur shenanigans now. With the bot tower gone, he can really start making his own in the bot lane.
He's
Yamate
far on his way to the Battlefield as well.
accidentally pulled.
Oops. It's alright. Qian will just, he'll exploit the farm. Get double value. He actually has the Blink Dagger now. So Puck will be looking for a big team fight next. The Horn is off cooldown as well.
So double assassin, better be careful here. But this is also blink dagger time for Armel. So here we are. Power spike.
We say that, he's not far off the Desolator at this rate as well. These ancient stacks have really helped accelerate him, along with the murdering of a certain fairy dragon.
Yeah, but he needs to keep going with that murdering because, of course, Gabby can farm the opposing jungle, but that's not really where you want him to be. And as soon as they realize that there's no space...
Snowball in the mid lane, they're going on a higher first, but he's got the prime roll to work with. Soulbind comes out, silence out to Tim's, they haven't linked on anyone else, though the Hex on the back foot, Haunt through, the stun through is good, and Armel just turns around, shreds straight through the Shaman. The prime roll used defensively, Ohio just trying to run away, and Tim's still alive. Ding, 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 I'm ready to still fight. Armel getting the double kill. They chase him through, Puck goes deep for this kill, Illusion will try and make his escape. Xuan will be able to escape with the haste rune. But, 2-for-2 trade, and Lotac committed a lot more to that fight than TNC.
So there was the counter stun. There was the save, and there is immediately a mop-up. This is what we need Rior to do more often if we want TNC to win this game. I'm saying we. Oh, man.
Someone's
Man,
getting
oh,
a
man.
little bit...
Biased?
Yeah, that's the word to use. Everyone use that word. I was going to go for, affiliated.
Affiliated. No, I'm biased. Like, it's gonna happen because I'm used to watching this team and evaluating them with the purpose of making them better. And also with the purpose of complimenting them when they do well, by the way.
So you're getting double value here. You're getting
Yes.
paid as a caster, and then it's just the coach and advice after, like, well, I've watched your replays.
Oh, yes, I have. But I guess if the action stops here a little bit, that's one of the things that I think people underestimate. If short-term corrections are best done by criticism, but long-term corrections are best done by being positive. You reward people for doing the right thing, they'll do it more often. Whereas if you punish people for doing a bad thing, it's mostly they need to get it right the next time in order to build the habit, which you then build with compliments and being nice and that sort of stuff. And I think that's underrated, honestly.
And Lotac are trying to be not very nice. They could not find Gabby, and as a result, TNC are the ones smoking up now. And they're stacked. Raven is here as well. If they initiate on the Spectre, this fight falls apart for Lotac. They're going to dangle Yamata. Snowball through. They're actually leaving him behind. They won't even help him use the finger. He thought it was a dangle, but it definitely was a ditch.
Yamate. Net's waiting for his chance to cut the waves here in the trees, I think, but that's already kind of a desperate move.
You know Gabby's going to hang around here, and the problem is you have a small window to TP out, especially with a level 1 Hex. It looks like Gabby's actually going to continue to maximize farm, though, as he did have that ward spawning out. Both teams, in fact, have this ward down in the top lane.
They really want to know what happens with the rotations there. It's the spot where people can cut in from the side, from both sides.
Yeah, the pings come out, warning him about this. This should become obvious to TNC. Like, yeah, he's just shoving out the lane, cutting it.
Now he's gone again.
But there must be a ward around here. They're thinking, net, he should have just TP'd. Tim sees him, ice shards through, snowballs there, ping, 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 let's go. Where's the shaman?
Ding, ding.
Did he TP back? Oh, no, he's dead. Mid lane, Ohio in trouble here. He's gone. Solva, that's completely defensive. You can't do anything with it. Although luckily for you, Gabby wants to farm that way and Rio wants to farm that way.
I wanted to say that I thought Raven's movement was really good so far this game. He's been with his team when the Haunt is down and without his team when the Haunt is up.
But now, the true horrific experience of this game is happening.
Double assassins are hitting both of their timings.
This was the worst case scenario. This was the one situation in which you have to stamp approval of double assassin.
Yeah. Blink Deso for the TA, Battle Fury, and soon to be a BKB because he doesn't need any more damage. There's going to be Deso debuff on everyone.
He's Exactly. Armel already gives you the minus armor. You just follow through. I mean, you can add in a little bit extra with your armor corruption. Which he's getting close to, actually. He's about to hit level 14. And oh, look at Lotac. This is just a move of frustration, William. Like, they need to get something out of this map right now. This tier 1 is the only potential target. And Net, you are threading a fine line right now.
It is an important one, but why is Net?
Oh, he's going for this. He goes to the lion kill. He commits the walls just for that, though. Gabby, he's going to go in. He sees all the disables used. He just needs one crit. Can't get it. Net. Is he going to live? No. He can't break sight. Now Dream call out in the mean lane. There's a Primal Roar as well, but Armel's fine. He's got the Aegis. You waste everything on the Aegis carry, and suddenly you're in full retreat. Rio, blink forward. Sees Yamate. Burrow Strike's going to be there. And the Grim Strike will not for much longer. 1 and 2 and 3.
With a nice splash. It's a cute idea to get the solo kill on the side there and hope that you attract enough attention to win the main fight in the mid. But I don't think Raven joined at all. So they get the tower, but they pay for it with their tier 2 now. And I don't think that's a good price to pay. If you don't commit the wards there, you still get the mid tower. And then you can actually fight to defend this tower, for example. And now I don't really see that happening. This is it.
Instead, Ohio. Ice Shard's out. Now they're trying to bait him with the horn, but no, instead Ohio getting low on HP. Trying to stand his ground. Raven stunned up, and the stun through Net. He can't lock him down. Yamate's going to fall as well. Armel with a triple kill already, and Raven running for the high heels. And they can pursue. Sun's coming out, just trying to burn through the Aegis, but no. Templar Assassin still lives as Puck retreats to the high ground.
They were so stacked up.
They had to do something, and that was them seeing this tiny opportunity for a horn.
Yeah, but Rior is playing this really well, I gotta say, because if he doesn't hit that stun there, the entire chain could fall apart. He still has these 2 fragile heroes, and you can see that Armel actually almost bites the dust there. He has the Aegis right now, but
now he has a BKB.
Yes. And his PA has got a BKB as well. This is go time for TNC. It's 20 minutes. They are ready to waltz all over Lotac.
Let's not forget the other important detail here. We've yet to see a single epicenter. It's up to level 2 now. And you look at Lotac's lineup, quite a few squishy heroes.
Oh, what do you need that for? This man is just a wave clearing machine, and then sometimes he comes in with his boots of travel and he stuns someone.
He's going to have a Crimson Guard soon as well. Trap on the net. They're going to move through. Burrow Strike. They stand still to make sure he can't actually do anything. Still gets hexed up, but Shaman already gone. Raven, this is bold. Trying to backstab on a reel. There you go. Primal Roar comes out. Ninja Boogie moving in now. The stun doesn't connect. Now the silence. Dream Call on the 2. Sand King still alive, but maybe not for long. He can Burrow Strike away, but no, the finger, they turn around. They strike again, and Lotac suddenly have 3 dead on the side. The snowball through will not connect on the Raven. But the ping's coming out. Gabby going in. No crits out. Shuan should be able to move away. They'll blink out of this, but you just surrender your tier 2 in the bot.
Rior will gladly take that trade.
And everyone but Ninja Boogie now in these moments keep getting sacrificed. He's just here like, I'm adding up this finger damage slowly but surely. Doesn't matter.
At one point he can just sort of point at them threateningly and they'll all back off.
Just look at the Puck. That's the stage we may arrive at, because Puck especially is this type of hero. I mean, in this scenario he's going to build a little bit in the stats because he needs the Axe. This double BKB is crucial in this game.
And be tipping Raven. Ooh, they're going in for this.
Well, they've already screwed Ohio a little bit after that laning phase. Now it's just a matter of trying to tilt Raven.
Ohio is below the net worth of Tim's.
This is true. And that is not a nice place to be in. Tim's, by the way, is building into a pipe. In fact, he's about to have the gold for it.
That is going to basically nullify the power of the Puck completely.
But needs to get away from this. No, the stun! Ninja Boogie!
Ninja Boogie. Mike has been so on point.
They're trying to make a move.
Entire day.
On the side, Yamate getting low. Net just has to shackle up, but the BKB on Gabby means he's unaffected. And they'll even find Grimstroke on the back foot. The snowball through. They're looking for more. They'll be able to find it. Yes! They can connect with Ohio, and these wards, once again.
Lotac is just falling apart.
At least they managed to snipe the Dire Courier. And that was that completed pipe, by the way.
Alright, so they get themselves a little bit of a chance on the high ground defense fight, but I think they only get one fight. And you feel that as a team. You say, alright, last fight, and everyone's like, alright, fine, last fight.
BKB up in 30 seconds for Gabby, and they can wait this out if they want. Everyone's going to be respawned. Armel still has his BKB to work with, and no Ags in sight for this puck.
Yes. No Serpent Wards anymore either.
The threat factor is just not there. Armel can stand here with his team backing him up.
They have
Lotac.
Horns at least.
What can they do? TNC are going to respect them here. They're going to back away. They say just get control of the waves, keep everything pushed in. We'll starve them out. There's no rush. We're 18,000, almost 20,000 net worth lead ahead of Lotac.
I wonder if I'm going to have to convince them later that double assassin is not a good line.
And they're just going to show you this replay. They're just going to go, shut up, Kips.
Be like, yes, I casted this. This evidence is inadmissible in the court.
You can actually see the move by Lotac.
You know, if that last pick is a Razor again.
Well, that might have changed a few things in this, indeed. But instead, that lane went horribly for the puck. And Lotac, they smoke out their base to try and find anything. But TNC, they're so far ahead, they don't really have to split up and look for clues anymore. Instead, they can stick together, maybe even smoke. I mean, Jabugi has got one on him.
Yeah, I think they're gearing up for it.
Okay, PA has her own smoke. She doesn't need to be involved. The rest of the team are going to circle around because the waves are pushing in. And Lotac is only showing the Spectre right now.
Yes. So they know exactly where they are, and they just literally go Conga line to the top lane.
Moving through, the pings come out. As the side Lotac know they're coming now, and they need to get back to their base right now.
Well,
Or do they?
I better hope they're TPing.
They aren't. And the problem is, if Tim's enters first, how the hell do you burst him down?
I don't think they need to, like...
They don't. I think they think that Lotac are on the high ground right now because, okay, they know about our backstab. There's no way they're out of base still, other than Spectre, who has Horn.
Ohio guarding the high ground. Yeah, they're TPing back now. They realize that Armel is actually hitting their tower.
Just 1-2 pokes. He goes, hello, do you guys remember you have a base? It's over here. Just like that. They're in control. They're a dog on a leash right now. And TNC, they're deciding whether they pay the vet bills or whether they have them put down.
Not long now.
They're just waiting for the Roche. Another 2 minutes until it's up. Lotac have an opportunity to strike out here. But last time it didn't connect. This time they need something. You can't waste more time and get nothing out of it.
This Shaman is so close to level 12.
Be interesting to see where he commits towards this time. Ice shots, Yamate, Tims! Max range. He'll be silenced up with the Phantom's Embrace, but now Rio says take over for me. Gets the tag team out, moving in. Yamate is gone.
Armel was still hitting Ancients for most of that.
I think the Walrus Punch was needed, but, you know, in good spirit from Tims. He says, I'll have it for the next fight. It's problematic.
The Shadow Shaman, yes. He got his level 2 wards now. So, if they go for the Roche fight, if TNC don't try to just end it right now, or try to pressure out the wards, for example, before committing for the Roche.
Well, that's the thing. If you commit the wards on one of these lanes and then all it does is force them away, they just move to the other lane. That's the worry right now for Lotac. This Shaman has to land the Serpent Wards of his life.
Great Serpent Wards, great Coil, and trade even.
Armel just poking away. Tower's almost down. 1 HP. Yeah, I was about to say, Raven, you just deny it at that point. You probably just looked at it in disbelief. A gift force, you say? We'll take that. Problem is, Roche has come up to 15.
TNC was just waiting for that in order to go to the shrine.
And perfectly timed. As I said, 15 seconds, 10 in fact now until Roche is up.
They're going to be exactly in position. This mid lane is still in. They're pinging Raven, but if you get distracted here, that's pretty...
This is always deceptively quicker. We saw how quickly it went down, but what people seem to forget is like, yes, you got the TA, yes, you got the PA. You can stick the Tusk in there to make it even faster. In fact, at this stage, no, Tim just makes sure the lane's pushed out and that no one can move anywhere nearby. Armel takes the cheese. Gabby with the BKB. and the Aegis ready to go.
Hurricane Pike on Armel. These items just keep coming. Basher.
Never lets up.
Now as well.
It's a 25k net worth lead at 28 minutes into the game. They are ready to go. Finally into the high ground, they say. Onwards and upwards. Oh, stun in the mid lane. Phantom's Embrace does come out. Ohio a little bit scared for his life. He should be fine though.
Well, he should be scared is what you thought you were going to say, because there's 2 assassins lurking, and one of them he hadn't spotted yet.
We'll finally realize where Gabby is. They want to be on this bot lane. They have to be careful this epicenter. Sand King's ready to go with a level 3 one. They've Dream calling it 2. The Soulbind through as well. Now the Haunt looking for the opportunity. Stun through. Ohio taking way too much damage. The Snowball saves. Armel with the BKB. Gonna fight up against the wards. Best place you can ever get them. The buyback comes out. Beast Buzz. He's still in the primal ward yet for the stun. Raven in trouble. They already just fingered down and kill off his charm, and they're gonna buy back on everyone. This is the only opportunity, but the primal ward already used. Ohio is gonna be turned around on. Phantom strike down to low ground as Gabby moves away. They say, wait. They just burnt everything. They committed the wards. Everything is on cooldown. No rush. Calm down. Retreat. Come back again very soon.
Those were 3 buybacks in the span of a second. I think that G1 and Net should have coordinated better there. You want to have those wards immediately in the moment that he goes in, but because you know the BKBs is going to get activated, right? So you want to get the physical damage in there as fast as possible, and they are going to be locked in that position for a little while. So better there than anyone else, but he was just slightly late.
But now they can go in again.
Yeah.
Ohio scene. They just jump forward. They melt straight through him. He has no way in. Lotac. You can see from the movements, they know the scenario they're in. They have nothing that they can throw at the side of TNC other than buildings right now. And TNC accept. This is a worthy tribute.
Yeah, they'll take everything.
Spectre not even in the base. Raven, Haunt in 60 seconds. This is likely going to be mega creeps. You have got the Dream Call. Servant Wards in 35, but with the Death Slayer, I don't think your buildings have 30 seconds. Moving in. Fire Strike doesn't connect. Dagger's through. Oh, the stun!
Oh,
Yeah, it's gone straight away.
That was another one of the heroes that bought back, so there's nothing. So, Raven.
What can he do? Hex comes out. They move forward. Spectre just melts in the face of this pain as TNC, they force the GG. They take this series 3-1.
Extremely convincing fashion. The style matchup is so good for TNC versus this very careful, maybe even timid Lotac lineup that worked so great against the rough, untamed aggression of Detonator. And you see that just a bit more of a contained approach, just a bit more, stab at the right moments, and they're bleeding all over the place.
Yeah, TNC exploit the opportunities, and Lotac, we said their strongest asset is how convincing they are on the lanes. They usually come in, they win. And you saw TNC, they have this approach of investing free to begin with. Tusk, the perfect hero for that.
Yes.
Like, what was it? It was 4 deaths on Ohio by about the 5-minute mark. His game was done by then. He needed someone else to carry. And then don't get me started on the Puck scenario.
Oh, boy.
I mean, Templar Assassin, don't get me wrong, you can't kill him.
Yeah.
But it should be more of a draw, like you can't kill each other. Instead, punishment's coming out every time that loser went out for farming or anything else.
Well, TA is a feared Armel hero, and for good reason. That man knows exactly how to get the splash damage onto you every single time.
But that does mean the TNC qualified. That does mean our job is done here, Kips. That's right. We have...
That's a shame.
They used to be 4 days long, but not anymore. Now it's 2 days, and with that, we say farewell to Lotac. Congratulations to TNC Predators. Congratulations to the Kips. She'll clearly be there. I mean, come on. Let's not deceive ourselves here. She said she's a fangirl. All right, there's a reason. But that does mean we're done. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I hope you've been enjoying the smooth, seamless coverage of ESL qualifiers on Twitch.
I've had a lot of fun, at least.
It's been a good time. Of course, there's been plenty of Dota going on. There's plenty of Dota to continue while we are done with the SEA qualifiers. Later today, I think it's not too long away, in fact, the European qualifiers will continue. And then after that, there is the NA qualifiers. And then I think about a week from now, the Chinese qualifiers. So you've got plenty of Dota action here to work out which teams are making the ESL. I think they still have more teams to reveal for the main, like, invited anyway. But we're done. So, guys, there's been Killer Pigeon, there's been Kips.
Yes.
We'll see you around, but we are done here. Go watch some more Dota.